Hey guys, well, it's the end of May, and we apologize for not getting back to you guys with this footage until now, but it's been a long and fun-filled season for us. Zach and I have both been going strong since the beginning of April, which would be second season here in Wisconsin. And we really enjoyed pretty much our first season hunting turkeys together, as well as hunting with a lot of other close buddies. I know for me, turkey hunting wasn't a thing that I picked up with until probably 2 years ago, so it's been a real learning curve for me this season, and I've had a real blast trying to take buddies out, get them on birds, as well as get myself on birds and film, and we had a blast. So we're having fun, we're laying down footage, and we hope that you guys enjoy it as much as we do. So I'm going to turn it to Zach here. He had some memorable hunts this spring as well, and he's going to talk a little bit about that. So
yeah, like Aaron said, I haven't gotten too serious into turkey hunting until 2 years ago, and this year was my first real successful season. And Aaron and I had a lot of fun together, learning new things together, new strategies, and kind of how to talk with the birds. So this was a big season as far as learning goes, and I was fortunate enough with the first week of my tag, Aaron and I were successful, and we laid down some cool footage from that hunt. And then after that, I took a buddy, Jack Houlihan, out at up by the land we can hunt by school, and we got close several times and we got some cool footage, so we'll throw that in there somewhere. And it was just a cool learning experience. And then after Jack, right after that season, waking up at 4 a.m. every day was back to Aaron, and we were on the birds again the week after that. So there's lots of cool footage. We had a real good time, learned a lot, and hopefully you can enjoy some of this footage and learn some things from the mistakes we made and some of the things we did right. Yeah, so going forward here, we're gonna take a look at my first trip. Ran down to Stevens Point, picked Aaron up, and we headed to the cabin and had a really fun weekend at turkey camp.
Yeah, Aaron forgot the decoys.
One of those days already.
Do you want to talk or do you want to talk?
Why? You guys know everything already.
I'll go ahead and talk. Alright, we just got to the cabin. We're all unloaded finally. Dad took 6 hours, but we're about ready to go now. When we were driving in, we saw 4 toms across a creek in a field working their way into our land. So Dad's got a game plan that is apparently bulletproof. Let's hear
We're
it.
gonna cross the creek and go shoot them.
Alright.
Now we're gonna. What we should do is set up inside the woods, and get you guys lined up on your cameras and put some decoys out. Call them in. Just do the best we can. Hopefully they're still pecking away over there.
Yep, we're gonna see what happens.
All right.
Let's go get them.
Alright, the last set was a bust. We messed up and moved into a spot that it wasn't worth it. We rushed into it, but we came back to where we originally spotted those toms. And we just seen a couple toms strutting up here about 20 yards into the field. We're gonna sneak up on this tree line, put the decoy out, and try to get him to come in. Unfortunately, we left the call at home, so this is gonna be a little weird, but we'll try to get it down here. set up a tent and then we saw these turkeys, so we didn't know there's 2 ducks. We didn't bring a call or anything, we just happened to have a decoy with us. And all these toms are over here, so we're just gonna sit here and wait till dark, put them to sleep if they don't come over, and be ready in the morning. But we're hoping one of them sees this decoy and comes over in the meantime. We had probably 12 strutters over here in this far corner just across the property line, and we didn't have a call with us, so we couldn't talk with them to try to get them to come over, but we know about where they're roosting at, and we're going to be right back here tomorrow morning early. We're going to try to double up with my dad and I, so tomorrow morning should be good. Alright, we just got up. We're all set up and ready to go. We're going to go back across the corner where we saw those birds last night. We put them to sleep, and we know right where they're at. They're about 100 yards down the wood line. We're going to try and call them over into our decoys and get Dad and I on a double. So we got to get over there before the sun gets up and get all set up. Alright, we're back out at the same blind we were last night. We saw several birds here this morning and quite a few birds here last night. We're gonna hopefully double up. We got 4 decoys out there and 4 camera angles, so if we get it together tonight, that should be pretty sweet. We're out here super early. What is it, 2 o'clock? We're gonna stay till either we shoot one or dark, so we'll see what happens. Alright, so at this point, we're seeing birds, but they're too far away to get on camera, and we're noticing they're probably 200-300 yards down the property line towards the road, so the next morning, Aaron and I were gonna set up a new spot on the ground to where they were kind of coming under this gully and coming up into our woods from the other side of the field, so the next morning we were excited to try this new spot, and we thought for sure that we'd be able to get on some birds. birds are in front of us. We lost track of that first tom that was originally off to the left, and what we didn't realize is he was circling his way into our decoys. And while we're watching these birds walk away at about 60 yards, I heard something over my left shoulder, and I looked down the line, and that last tom, that was on the left, was about 30 yards away from me, right on the field edge, and we didn't have enough time to get around in time, so I just caught the last glimpse of him walking into the woods, and had we been keeping track of him or ready for him, we probably would have had a shot, but that's the way it goes when you have two gobbling toms right in front of you at 60 yards. I guess you lose track of what's going on.
Well, it doesn't get any closer than that. We just called those birds in from like 300 yards away. Actually, when they were right there at about 60 yards, I turned my head over my left shoulder because I heard something, and there was a tom strutting about 30 yards in the woods here, right behind me here. And he just dipped over a little ridge. And he could still be within 50 yards, I'm not quite sure, but it's kind of disappointing. Those birds started running at us from about 300 yards away, came right up into 50 yards, got hung up, or gobbling their heads off, and they just won't commit. So I don't know. It's disappointing.
Alright, it's Saturday now, third day of turkey camp here. This morning it almost happened. We called some birds in from about 300 yards across a cornfield, and they came right in there gobbling the whole time. Put on a show for us, but unfortunately they got hung up at around 60 yards, and a hen came in between us and them, and they followed the hen off. And Dad decided to sleep in today, and you can see his tent from the outhouse, and when he woke up he had to use the outhouse, and he could see birds in front of his tent, so that's what he gets for sleeping in. So even though we're not killing any birds here at turkey camp, we're still having a great time. It's a great place to be up at the cabin, having fun, hanging out, frying some bacon. Dad's taking a nap out in the sun, so it's always a good time up here at the cabin. Oh, there's that piece.
Alright, it's Saturday night. We're back on the same field we sat this morning and almost got it done on. This is our last night to make it happen, and then we got tomorrow morning, so hopefully we can get it done tonight, and then we can really focus on getting my little brother a bird. He made it up this afternoon. He's hunting with Dad tonight, about 200 yards down this field edge where we sat last night. We saw lots of birds today. It's a little bit better weather than yesterday, so we're really hoping we can at least get 2 birds on the ground this weekend yet.
Well, we're sitting in this spot. My brother and my dad are sitting about 250 yards down the line to our right. And I just gave them a little handy cam and said, get what footage you can, and I'll take a look at it then. And it was pretty funny what they laid down. They had some funny interviews, and they ended up actually getting the same bird on film we did. So it was pretty cool that they got to see the same bird. My dad actually ended up thinking that the bird was right in front of us and we didn't see it.
That's gotta be right in front of them. That's near them. I don't know what's going on down the line, but those two nitwits have a tom in front of them two times. I don't know if they moved or not, but if they did, they're gonna be sorry. I keep waiting to hear a shotgun blast because that bird's right in front of where they were camped. So if they move, they're gonna be bumming. That's a big tom. Sitting here all night, waiting for these birds to come out this way into the field. And of course, two huge toms just come in from the creek bottom right behind us. One was right here, probably 25-30 yards, but I could do nothing. He was right behind me. I don't even know if we got any footage. It's pretty thick back here. And then he saw something he didn't like, because we were trying to get our eyes on him. And one turned around and then another one scooted about 60 yards out and came into the field. Nothing we could do. I tried to I got a tree in between me and him and tried to go for him, but scared him off. That is frustrating. Another super close call, just that far away from happening. Alright, let's settle back in. Alright, last morning to make it happen. We got out here super early, got the decoys out and got set up. We just started hearing our first gobbles. There's a couple birds going nuts, probably 300 yards behind us and to the left, so they might be out on that front field that Dad and Sam are by. They might work their way over. We've been seeing some birds come out on this field to our left, but you know, this is a good area. Every morning we've been seeing birds out on this field, and yesterday we had several work this cornfield out in front of us. So if we can get them to do what they did yesterday, just to commit another 10 yards, it'll be over. So hopefully we get it done. Right here. Boy, did we work hard for that bird. That's worth it. He came out about an hour ago, all the way down the field. Went across the field. We thought he was walking away from us. And we had the perfect situation. We had 3 live hens in our decoys walking around clucking their heads off. He was going the other way and we didn't get it. And finally he worked his way back in. He teased us there for another 15 minutes. He finally gave me an opening. So worth it. Thanks, Darren. He's been filming me, calling me all weekend. We've been here since Thursday night. Finally got it done, so I'm gonna go put my hands on him. There's another gobbler right in front of the lead.
Hey. Hey. Do we want it?
Huh.
Got another tag.
Looking right at me down this long.
Ah.
I don't know what to do.
Just get your bird. Man, oh man, I tell you. I don't think the footage is great, but after the weekend we've had, I mean, we've been here since Thursday. It's Sunday morning now. And we had birds. I mean, we had birds on us yesterday morning. Called them across the same field, 400 yards. And just wouldn't commit. And last night we had them come up this ridge right behind us, same exact spot. And we just couldn't get turned around, couldn't get the camera and stuff going, but that's filming. And now we got out here bright and early this morning. I mean, we were out here a good hour before light, and saw this. I mean, we had four gobblers all around us. We didn't know which way to turn. This one worked all the way down, came into the woods. I got the sun at my back, and so it's hard for me to see what I got on camera. But hopefully it's good footage. We'll take it after the weekend we've had, so.
Well, here he is. He's nothing to write home about. Doesn't have the longest beard in the world or the biggest spurs, but I cannot be happier. We've been working and working, and we didn't think it was gonna happen this morning, but finally did. We've been hearing, I mean, how many gobbles this morning? We had birds all around us.
This one worked the field edge over there for probably an hour straight, and we were deciding. We had a gobbler 90 yards down that way. He's coming full strut this way. We had to make up our mind on which one we wanted to choose, and this one happened to work closer, got into the woods, and I mean, we weren't going to let the chance go. We had him at 45 yards and let him have it, so super excited. I mean, we don't have the camera angles that we want, but after the weekend and the highs and lows of the weekend we've had, it's just couldn't be happier, and finally got it done Sunday morning. And that's what patience comes down to. If you guys have patience, stick in the woods, stick it out. You're gonna have your lows, and then you're gonna be up here, and that's where we are right now, and it's awesome. So.
I couldn't be happier.
Alright, well, we hope you enjoyed our first episode of the 2015 Spring Turkey Hunt. And if you did, we'd ask that you please subscribe to our YouTube page and check out our Facebook and Instagram page.
And make sure to tune in next week, as we will be airing episode 2, which will be my hunt up at Zach's cabin. So stay tuned. We got some great action coming in next week.